We're starting. All right, episode 23. What a weekend. We had huge news out of Sydney, just dropped tonight. Cole Macedo rocks in the Outlaws, gets it done high limit, crashes after. Boys, how was your weekend? I think we're all in a bit of the wars. Benny, you're a bit sick, eh? And, by the way, Tyron, welcome, mate. First episode. You were originally in the plans back in the day for the pod, but you went MIA on us. Got lost in the submarines, I think.
Yeah, got stuck underwater for a few years, I think, or a few months.
Nice. Nice, nice. Oh, boys. It's been a long weekend, eh?
What's going on, Cade? What's with the get up tonight, mate?
What do you mean? I normally wear this stuff. It's not...
Yeah. You look like you're fresh from the snow, mate.
Well, I still got my hospital
really
band on.
you.
That's what happened. I've kept it on in case I got to go back. Let's just say, boys, Saturday, took the young fella to do some BMXing. Turned back the clock. Got on the old pushy, even got my old one out. Chain lubed her up. I'm burping, and sorry if you hear all sounds come out of my body because that's how many morphine and endones I've had. I haven't shit in like 3 days probably. So, get on it's a proper like concrete BMX track. And, turn back the clock. Codeman, look at this. Around Harry. Treat him like, he's another teenager. Get out of the way, mate. Long story short, I go around on the big boys course and I do this jump. And I thought it was wicked. Landed it. Ripper. And then I get back and I go, oh, you say that, babe? How good was that? She goes, you didn't even get any air. I went, what? I got air. Like, I knew I got air. And she was like, no, you didn't get air. So I go, all right, we'll film it this time. Because I'm thinking, Codeman's going to put it on Instagram story. Look at me go. A bit of a wildcat. Long story short, I go around, boys. I'm pumping. I get some speed. I feel good. Launch it. I'm in the air. I actually land it for a split second. Because this is where I don't know how I crashed. All of a sudden, I'm eating concrete. Face first, in pain, thought I broke a rib, fully winded. I'd hit my head really bad. Now, wear your helmets, kids. I did the old no helmet, no play, and I didn't listen to that because I thought I was dad. I've hit my head ridiculous. Morgan's run over. I'm on the ground squealing and trying to breathe and can't breathe, and I'm like, I'm about to bleed out and die here. I broke a rib. Like, I'm done. Worse than any football hit I've ever took. And I'm literally like, anyway. So I do that. And then all of a sudden my elbow starts to hurt, like really bad. But then Morgan's like, oh my God, babe, your head. And I'm like, I can't feel anything at this point besides my ribs. I'm like, oh my God, this is never going to get better. I'm about to die in Kemps Creek. Like, it's over. And she starts panicking. Oh my God, your head's bleeding. And I'm like, my head's all right. Feels all right. Anyway, I get up and slowly start to breathe, and I'm like, okay, maybe my ribs aren't broken. But then she's panicking more, like, oh, babe, we got to go to the hospital. And I'm like, just leave me. Just leave me. All I'm thinking about is Morgan, her dad was supposed to come over for dinner or something. So, like, we haven't seen him in ages, so I didn't want to let her down. And all of a sudden, bang, I start getting the old squigglies in the vision, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm hurt. Like, head hurt. And then she goes, you got a lump? I said, no, I don't. Felt a lump. Instant shit myself. Like, fucking egg on the side of my temple. And my brother didn't know I was that hurt. He comes and grabs my phone to steal the video off it. He didn't care how I was. Because he knew we got it on video. And then, so we go to hospital. Or we're actually driving home. And I'm not in good shape, but my head's hurting. But my ribs weren't sore. So I'm like, happy days. Just a headache, But I'm like, fuck, like, do I have anything else wrong with me? So we literally turned into my street and I said, no, let's go. Like, we'll go to hospital. So we go to hospital. We walk in there. I tell her to drop me off. I walk in there, right? I look like I'd just been in a car accident. Like, blood up my arms. Like, I'm not really fucking looking good. And I go to her, I just fell off a push bike. And she's like, what, motorbike? I said, no,
You wish.
BMX bike. He goes, oh, okay. And obviously, but looking at me, I'd hit my head really good. And so I sit down, and then this guy comes and talks to me, the nurse. Just dribbling to me. I'm like, mate, I'm all right. It's whatever. Just get me in there. Get me head scanned. He goes, okay. We go in there. This is about 3:30 Saturday afternoon. Go in there, get a really good doctor. And then Morgan comes in, obviously, after whatever with the kids. And I'm sitting there, and I go to her, hey, baby, just my head's sore, fuck, like my head. And then he hurt a little bit, around this rib, but lower kidney back area. Only a little bit, but I'm like, no, shit, I thought I broke a rib. So I go to the doctor, yeah, man, like this, and my jaw sore. And he goes, I will definitely get an X-ray, CT scan of your head. But I also want to maybe, because you complained about your sore ribs, I want to put the dye in you and try check your insides, like for bleeding. And I'm like, yeah, mate, no worries. And he goes, I'm going to give you some endo. And I don't remember ever having endo. Like, we've been in hospital. I always remember, with having surgeries and that. I have this endo, and then I'm like, oh, yeah, this is good shit. This is wicked. And my head started feeling good. And I'm like, but why is my back so sore? Like, I couldn't speak. I was that endoed up. I was like, but I'm like, oh, my head feels great. But then I'm like, in my head, I'm talking to myself going, why is my back sore? Why is it so sore? So then I start waving to her like Morse code, this lady. Hey, my back. More drugs. More. And she goes, all right, we're going to go get your scan. And then had heaps of endo, and the back just wasn't getting better. So, mind you, while the back wasn't getting better, look at my head, boys.
Fuck, rough.
Black. And, there's still a bump up there. I full went boosh, like that. Proper headplant.
Need the training wheels back on.
So,
yeah, that's what I said to him.
So I'm barred. I'm barred off push bikes now. So long story short, we get it all checked, and my back was just getting worse. And because I've been there since 3:30, right now it had hit 6 o'clock at night. They'd changed shift, so then you got to explain yourself again to new staff.
No.
But because I had the video, I was just going, I did this, and then they all go, oh, okay, and then move on, and then get more drugs or whatever. And so we get it, and then they're like, oh, your head's fine. I'm like, sweet, no brain, damage or whatever that I knew of.
Were they not looking at your head when they said that?
Yeah. And then they go, oh, but we think you've got internal bleeding. And I went, nah. Internal
in your
bleeding?
head?
No, in my gut. In my gut.
And I was going to say, they can't say you got internal bleeding, but say your head's fine.
Yeah, I know. And then I go, what's wrong with me? And they're like, okay, well, we think the psoas muscle, so that's your hip flexor, and one of your organs, we think is bleeding. And I said, oh, well, should I be panicked? You're pretty calm about what you're telling me. And I said, well, no wonder the endo's not working. And they're like, yeah, okay, we'll give you more. Even had the shot of morphine in their hand, anything I could get. And they're like, yeah, we're going to put you in a bed. This is 7 o'clock at night. They said, yeah, we're going to get you a bed. I did not get a bed till 5:30 the next day.
Yeah.
That's wrong.
So I am sitting on these orange chairs around 1:30 in the morning. They're coming around, keep giving me endo, feeding me just to shut me up. And I'm like, yeah. But, it started not doing anything. I just kept getting worse and worse. And I'm like, endo's weak. I'm talking it up. This shit is weak. What drugs am I going to have? And so then I go to the toilet at 1:30 in the morning. And I'm walking like this, holding my gut. Because my gut started blowing up because of blood in it. So I'm like, I'm done. Are they going to fix me? So then I go to the toilet, and I didn't think of it. And I'm trying to piss. And it's not happening. And I'm like... and I'm that endoed up. I'm like, okay, just when you're ready, mate. And then,
Give it a few flicks.
Wake up.
what is it? Shake it 2 times. You're
on,
playing with it.
Come on.
Yeah. I'm like,
Hey,
in my head, but
anytime
I'm
down.
really sore. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm pissing like an old man. This isn't good. I'm like,
Drop.
in my head, that I'm like,
Drop.
is that my prostate? What's wrong? So I finished this wee, and like, it was a struggle, bro. Like, I mean, the last bit I was like having to tell my body to wee. I'm like, now wee. And I'm like, okay, that's not good. Go back out to the nurse. I go, oh, by the way, I couldn't piss properly. And they're like, what? And I'm like, oh, and it was a bit brown. Is that normal?
You failure.
And they're like, oh, and I see them like start looking, and I'm like,
Well,
Is
you
that
can have the
blood in
bed
my-
now.
I said, is that blood in my piss? And they're like, I think so. I'm like, well, that's not good, eh? Like, I'm this drugged up. I'm that. I remember being that drugged up, but like in pain, but just being so blunt with them, like, yeah, that's shit, eh? Well, what are you gonna do? So then they give me more endone. They take me sample of whatever. I sit back down, and now I'm on 2 orange chairs, one laying on 1 feet on. And then I'm there, and I wake up at 4:30.
Here's your bed.
Legit, it was 2 chairs. I wake up at 4:30, and I just remember going, oh, like, out loud. Like I sounded like Road Warriors off the wrestling. Oh, rush. Right? And I just remember, because I was hidden behind this like wall, not like a full wall, but like a retaining wall or whatever. Like, and I just remember going, and put my arm up, because we didn't have buzzers. Like, we're in the waiting room. And I remember go, and then there was this other lady who was waiting, who was just as sick as me, but went, he's not good. He's not. She's like half cooked. He's not good. And I'm like, ugh. And then they go, what's wrong? I go, oh, so much pain. They go, try wee. You must need the wee. Like, that's what they're saying to me. I said, I'm bleeding. Fix me. Anyway, we see another doctor, whatever. They give me all this endone, and this is where I was super scared. I'm like, okay, I didn't know this, how much sore I was or hurt. You know what I mean? Until this moment, I'm like, I'm done. Like, this is bad. So whatever, they drug me up again. I go the whole next day waiting for a surgeon, right? Waiting for a surgeon to see me because I'm thinking I'm having surgery. Then the whole day goes by. Surgeon's like, oh, you look good. I'm like, bro, I can't even piss. What are you looking at? Like, what charts are you flogs reading? So at this point, I've been through 3 to 4 changeover of nurses. So, like, start again, get this bed, go upstairs, and then I happen to be room next to these 2 funny old blokes who would laugh and make me laugh, and my gut was hurting, so that was good, but just in pain, I'd go, shut up, you old fuck, and like that. They were just talking footy and rubbish. But anyway, so had heaps of that, got it done, started to wee properly again, so I was in there for 2 nights fully. I was about to stay a third, but I knew then I found out there was a 24-hour like chemist at Penrith. So I said, no, like, let me go get some endo and I'll just go home. So I still got this on in case I had to go back, like whatever. But I feel a little bit better today, but if I don't have any painkillers, I'm in a corner. Like, everything shuts down. So right now I'm like juiced up. So sorry if I look like I'm floating. Because like I'm Cheech and Chong over here on pills, and I'm sitting on a pillow. So
You look like you've just been in real life Street Fighter.
Mate.
Yeah, it just comes with the name, bro. Yeah, pillows. Yeah, I'm sitting on one too. What are you sitting on a pillow though for, Vinny?
Because the chair gets so uncomfortable when you're on here for
Yeah.
ages.
Anyway, I've just everyone's just turned off the episode because I just dribbled on for too long. But that was my weekend, boys. Welcome, Vinny. Now you're sick as a dog. But the moral of the story is wear a fucking helmet and don't be a hero. Like, remember your age, yeah? Like, leave it to the 16-year-olds. I'm done. I'm retired.
Nah, we'll put the training wheels back on. Put you back on the bike next weekend.
Retired. Done.
Some may
Gone.
say it's an improvement.
Nah,
That's a
do
bit
the other
harsh.
side.
First,
Not me personally. Not me personally. You know what they say, Code? You know what they say? Chicks
Here we
dig
go.
scars.
yeah,
Wait,
because I
so
need so many chicks.
Does that make Rad Mufasa and your Scar?
That's probably the worst comment I've had in a year. That's rough. Rad Mustafa. Whatever you say that name. How do you say that? Mustafa. More like
Mufasa.
Muflogger. That's what he is.
Oh,
All right. Well,
God.
Tyrone, a little bit of background for why we brought you on. You were originally part of the plan. You and AG. We've had AG on, and we used to play PlayStation together. So you're a WA boy, even repping the Wormel jumper.
Yep.
Back in the speed car midget side, helping Sharpie out there. As you mentioned,
Yep.
Sharpie. Good on ya. Now, boys, Tyrone, we really wouldn't know much about this, but huge news. Let's actually get into the podcast today, besides my drama of rubbish life. Huge news today out of Sydney International Speedway. Now, it has been a thing for a long bloody time after the last date of what was happening with the Speedway. No calendar. A lot of rumours that, the Wilmingtons were in and out and just... they didn't know what was happening. I spoke to a few people involved over the last few weeks. They didn't have any idea with calendars. The Speedway Club had no idea. Now, Gary was brought on board as the track manager. He is now... okay, I will phrase this. He has now, according to Sydney International's social media post, they were sad to announce that Gary Wilmington has decided to move on from his position of track manager at Eastern Creek Racing Venue. Yes, Tyrone, by that face, exactly the thought process. Gary has given everything, and Benny can second this, and the Wilmington family have given everything to try get racing back in New South Wales. And when I say that, Sydney, when Parramatta gone, had a big hole in the New South Wales scheme of things. They did the absolute best they could with what they were given by higher above to run a speedway. They did an awesome job, I thought, with what they were given and what they had to go through. Probably the hardest job in speedway, what they tried to do. Now, for you to tell me that Gary Wilmington has just decided to move on after everything he has gone through and tried to get racing back in Sydney, that's hard to believe, and I think there'll be more to come of that situation. Benny knows it, how much effort, hard work they have been and done, and took a lot of shit. Like, they have been the face of the ups and the downs when it wasn't their fault to, when they were just running a speedway with what they were given. Now, I will say now, at this point, with them out of there, I don't know what type of racing we're going to get this year, or who would be wild enough to step in that situation, from what I've heard.
Or if we get any racing, that's...
Yeah, but like it says, okay, then 7 hours ago they did this post that they're sad that Gary stepped away, which I find it hard to believe he was the one that he has given so much, and I know how passionate they are about keeping racing alive in Sydney. Remember, we would have no racing in Sydney without them. Not the sub-leases or leases above. Without the Wilmingtons, there would have been no racing back in Sydney besides the previous venue. They brought racing back, and it was a consistent thing for a little bit there with all their hard work, dedication, loss of sleep. Not making a lot of money or even any at one point, from what I've heard. And now this, so there's a lot more to come out of it, I believe. And then 3 hours ago, so that is 4 hours after, they are saddened that he has left. They are seeking expressions of interest of role of track manager. What a load of shit.
Now,
How fishy
someone-
and bullshit does that sound? I'm sorry.
As someone who is obviously basically in another country on it being from WA,
Yeah.
like we don't hear much about all this.
Yeah.
From how you've explained that situation there, it's almost to play devil's advocate, just to play devil's advocate for the other side.
Yeah.
It's almost could be as if he said, "Nah, had enough. I've tried to organise calendar funding, such and such with you guys. You're not giving me anything," and then he's gone, "I'm done."
You're saying Wilmington, like from his
Yeah,
side?
he's
And
just
agree.
said, "I'm done."
I could
done.
see that too. Like, we know what he's been through, bro. So I
But
would
the
say
other
I wouldn't
thing
blame
is-
you, bro.
With like how much he's had to try, and he's maybe pushed them to do things that they don't want to do, and they've just said, "No, mate, just see you later."
Yeah.
But
Uh,
it's and without knowing what's transpired, you can play like three different sides of a story.
Agreed, Tyrone. Agreed. What do you think,
Yeah.
Vinny?
I agree with Tyrone. I think, yeah, he's wanted to do stuff and he's pushed his case to try and make sure that it is a good season for all of Sydney, and it is going to have good numbers, and he's going to have those drivers that come and race there and stuff like that. And I don't think he's got that support. And I think probably in the heat of the moment, he probably has said, "Yep, well, I'm gone unless you can let me
Yeah.
release the calendar. You can let me do this. You can let me do that." But again, you don't know what's going on behind closed doors. We can only speculate. It's like most things, you can only speculate what's going on. I just hope that whatever is going down, it does mean. Well, I hope we get a season and we get some racing at Sydney, because the thing with that is it's only going to be a loss for Sydney if we don't. And I know that there's a lot of drivers that are local to Sydney that want racing in Sydney. Yeah, they've
Yeah.
got the money to go race elsewhere, but a lot of people like racing at their home track. 2 hours to 40 minutes down the road isn't a big mission compared to traveling 9 hours or whatever it is to get down to Warrnambool, or however long it takes to get to Toowoomba. Like, it's, yeah. And Sydney did have that gap for so long that he finally had a year of solid racing.
Yeah.
If we miss another year, it's just going to be so hard to get back
Well,
in the scheme of things.
at what point do teams from over there just go, "All right, well, Motorplex is going to have a guaranteed series. Let's ship our stuff there, and we'll fly home when there's 3 weeks in between a race." Or
Yeah, exactly.
and honestly, Gavin Migro and the whole team at the Motorplex is probably sitting there going, "Oh, fuck, here's a chance to boost the series, get it to the 50 to 60,000 to win the series," sort of thing. And as someone from WA, it could lead us into a path of expanding the Maddington Toyota Series, and the coverage we were able to provide for it. It could go to levels that haven't been seen of coverage in sprint cars worldwide.
Yeah.
I
Like,
agree. I agree.
I
But let's just
I can
touch
almost
another thing on
guarantee-
that, ready? At the Speedway Australia Awards as well, Gavin Migro said he's not on the board of Speedway Australia anymore. I think I heard that right. So that means I reckon they're going all in on themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, and that's, and I don't blame them, and I can't wait to see what they do. So now they're going to obviously want to get more drivers involved and all that stuff. But we're talking Sydney here. Through the Wilmingtons' dedication, and I've seen it, they were the first ones to give me a red hot crack. Right? I was just a bloke filming behind the fence. Got in one day. They said, "Who are you?" And I said, "Hey, man, like, this is what I do." And I said, "No worries. Just make sure you got your media pass. Have a go." Worked with them a bit. I seen a lot that went on behind the scenes on the early days when they were track manager and all that stuff. And you didn't really hear much of this other shit going on. It was just they were struggling. But if I look back now, then I knew if I knew what I knew now, I knew they were restricted even back then when they first took it on. Like, you could tell that they were restricted with things they wanted to do and getting machines and borrowing machines. That was why the whole reason why you've seen Mr. Perovich up and leave Like, it wasn't to do because he wasn't passionate or hardworking. You know what I mean? Maybe it wasn't the Wilmingtons. It was higher above again. I don't know. But now we're saying it is July 15th or whatever.
Yeah.
I think that's the date. I've lost 3 days.
Yeah. Yep.
They need a new surface. They don't have a track manager. There's no calendar out. Other clubs have tried to put dates on now. Like, it's awesome to see Wagga Wagga and hopefully Dubbo get back in. But it's a shame that it has to take a place going backwards for these guys to get a seat at the table. We should have always been doing that. You know what I mean? Like, we should have always been trying to grow 5 places in New South Wales. Yes, they're all not great for sprint car racing. Like, I thought Nowra was ripper, and I believe Dubbo's pretty good from what I've seen. Canberra goes good, but it's got to be on its day. Last time I was there, it was a bit rubber down and a bit how you going. But that's race car tracks, yeah, with what we do. The work ethic and everything the Wilmingtons have put involved, it's just hard because they have been the brunt of everything. They struggled to walk around the pit some nights because everyone was upset at them. And don't get me wrong, if I was a driver, with what they were given sometimes, you would be shitty.
Yeah.
You know, as a driver, you'd be like, look at this shit we're racing on. So the Wilmingtons got the brunt for that. But then they're, on the other hand, going, this is all we can give you at the moment, man. We're doing our best. But at the time, they might have been fired up and said, yeah, we'll stuff you then. We're doing our best. Don't come back. So, you know, like, you're never going to be perfect in running a speedway anyway. And that's what I mean. Like you said, Tyler, maybe he did. And I don't blame him if he did. But I just highly doubt for the guy I know and the family I know, I don't think they were ready to go away. They wanted to try keep Speedway going and be heavily involved. So I think there's a lot more to come out of this. Interesting time ahead. I've been getting messages from teams going, so what's going on? They're asking me, thinking I know. You know, because I do know them a lot. No chance. You couldn't pay me enough, maybe. But no. I'll tell you right now, if I was ever in charge of a race meeting, they would be racing for a World Heavyweight Championship. That would be the trophy on my event. Codeman,
just for my
Sprint Car Mania, and be like, yeah.
Just for my timeline, so I don't mess up what I'm about to say.
Yeah.
How does the Wilmingtons, when did they join the track in relation to Parramatta closing?
After the Kelly situation.
I don't know that situation.
So
that's probably another story.
You're hopeless, Tyron. Listen, bro. No. Parramatta
WA, I'm isolated.
Yeah. Parramatta, so around COVID, they shut Para. They opened up Eastern Creek Speedway, which it was. The Kellys from Archerfield come down and ran it. It wasn't even finished for them, but they did their absolute best at the time to get it up and running. I don't think they were thinking long term. They were just, from what I've seen, I reckon they were just trying to get it up and running and move on. But yeah, the track wasn't ready. It wasn't even shaped right for them, and they had a lot of troubles, and it just wasn't a great replacement. Now then, when it went a bit quiet for a bit, then this new Drags got the lease, and they gave it the sublease to the Boldy family, which was a bit eye-raising at the time as well. Then the Wilmingtons come on as managers, so they were running the operations with what they were given. I thought it started great in that winter season. They did like 3-4 shows. Everyone was like, wow, they've really turned this around. This is great. I can't wait. But then, you know, that's a lot of moisture nights where it's easier to handle and run a track, and the clay was good. And then they put new clay in that off season. I was there, went and talked to them. They were stoked. Like, the place was looking in the right direction, I thought, at that time. But yeah, then the season just had a lot of. It's hard though. I think that the negative nights are more remembered than the positive nights, which is sad. There was a lot of positive nights.
Well,
there was just those. I would say, what you'd say, Binny, 3 to maybe 5 that were very hard. That stuck in everyone's memory. And social media doesn't help that. You know what I mean? Like, they're definitely not. So
this brings on my point to with Parramatta closing, is that because that was only 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago now?
COVID, whatever COVID was, it shut mid-COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that
2019.
is that now starting a trend of tracks in New South Wales and for various reasons starting to either falter in their nightly productions and then leading to close downs or not having the funding and stuff
not
like
closed
that? Is
down.
that
The Speedway got closed down, bro, because the government wanted it. They took it from us.
Yeah.
It's straight up
Mhm.
fact. That's why they panicked and built this thing that was probably not. I would say it's beautiful, but I think it still could have been built more like a speedway than a stadium. What they tried to do.
Yeah.
And Binny knows that, what it looks like. It's, sometimes viewing isn't great in some spots and that. But it was a rush build. But what were you going to say, Binny? Like, it's one of those things, the Outways are nights, and now we're July, and now we officially don't know, is it going to be racing in Sydney?
Yeah, like, you go back, like, we obviously attended High Limits over in WA. We weren't over here for the Christmas period, but you look at the racing they put on over those 5 or so nights over at Sydney while we were away. They were 5 of the best nights.
Everyone
And
was
a lot
raving
of
on
the
about
teams,
them. Yeah.
a lot of the teams were happy with it. They were like, yeah, they finally got the track going right. Like,
Yeah.
this is going to be awesome to race here. And, like, we got back from WA. We were pumped to get back there.
Juiced.
And I think, yeah, we were like, and they had all the big names going there because Toowoomba got rained out. So everyone was heading down to Sydney. I think Cal was meant to race there, Newton.
Everyone
Hughes.
was going to go. Yeah, it was a
Like,
big thing.
everyone was there. And then, I don't know, I think Cal and that decided not to run. And
The weather was iffy.
yeah,
Remember?
the weather
Like-
was really, the weather was, and that's the other thing. The weather was a pretty big factor as well. But everyone was pumped to get back there, and I think they went out for hot laps, and it was just crusty.
Oh,
It blew off straight away. There was ruts in the middle of the corners. It was shocking.
Yeah.
And you could just feel like when you were on the infield, you were just like, this is not going to be a good night. And they went out for heat racing. Heat 1, me and Codeman in the middle of the track, and we were like, yeah, this is going to be a tough night.
Just shaking our heads, bro.
We had a video going into turn 3. You couldn't even see the sprint cars. You couldn't even see the
From
cars
the
going
infield.
past.
From the infield.
we had a night similar like that at Bunbury.
Yeah.
So this is a whole nother story. Prior to the event, track crew said that something happened with the track crew. They all basically put their tools down and walked off.
Oh, yeah, that was that night. It was like 4-hour delay. They were going to quit
Yep.
the round. Yeah.
So after the hot laps, they hadn't even done qualifying.
Yeah.
Speed cars were the only people, I think, to do qualifying at this point. And obviously, because I'm their crew and Sharpie, we went through 1 or 2 sets of tyres before we'd even started heat races. The qualifying set we put on was brand new and came off bald.
That's ridiculous.
And the sprint car guys were all standing there like, are you going to do something? We're not wasting, what, thousands of dollars worth of tyres just for you guys to make some money of us running here?
Yeah.
Like,
So why did they put their tools down that night? It was because the drivers were going, it wasn't good enough? Or there was more politics behind the scenes happening at the track?
So there was politics prior to the event. It was nothing to do with the drivers.
Okay, right.
So that whole driver situation happened after hot laps, before they were supposed to go out for qualifying, because they were like, we're not running on this. This is ridiculous. But basically, I think the head track maintenance guy, got told basically to piss off. And the guys underneath him were all very close to him. And they said, well, if he goes, we go. So everyone left. So they had to find fill-ins for the grader. They had to find fill-ins for the water truck. They had to find fill-ins for all these spots that are crucial to a speedway night running.
It was a Maddington Toyota meeting too. It was a round.
It was a series round.
Outrageous.
So that what you're explaining there, Benny, just brings shades of that night back, and that was horror. Like pushing Sharpie onto the track, and I'm going,
we're done.
This is I need to go hurry up and mount another set.
Yeah.
Like, and
Yeah,
small teams are sitting
Can't
there
afford
going,
that.
this
And
is
that
this is
was-
my yearly budget.
And that was the thing, Binny, with Sydney all year, mate. It was the... And this is where, like, we were in it and we were living it and we were feeling it. Like, we would feel it from both sides. We'd go and talk to Gary and the team and Braden, and they'd be like, we've done the best we can at the moment. Like, we got nothing else. Like, they were borrowing trucks. People were lending water trucks because they were just... It's not that they weren't trying to get these things. Just so everyone knows. They were trying to get stuff, but they weren't getting it. So if you get what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. They weren't paying for stuff because they shouldn't have had to. Let's be clear on that. So now you've got teams going, we can't afford the race here. We would love to, but the state of how you're running the track, we don't have that much money to try be competitive or make the show. Then they even tried to bring in some bullshit tyre rule. Remember that, Benny? That was not the track again. That was the club trying to make it even to say, oh, we run 2 tyres, so it's even for everyone. And then it's like, okay, so we all won't make halfway through the feature tonight then. Is that what you want?
Yeah.
You know, it took all season for them to finally give 25 laps a go. You know what I mean? Like, that could have been done over Boxing Day onwards. Finish the
25
season.
laps is the best thing ever.
It doesn't even matter. It could be 20. If you're all racing for the same thing, it doesn't matter. You know, there was a few shows there where if it was 25 lap features, bro, would have been positive nights. Yeah, they would have come in bold and slick, but not graveyards.
The racing would have been great.
You know what I mean? So this is where I just don't see the Wilmingtons and Gary just leaving after everything he's tried to do. There has to be more to it, and I think more will come out. I'm not saying there is. I just don't know, but I just feel it in my gut that, you know, I've tried to ring him and call him because obviously I want to know. I respect the guy. He gave me a crack, but obviously he's not answering the phone, and he doesn't have to as well. You know, they're going through whatever they're going through. And even if you read that thing, it says Gary stepped away. So what does that mean for Braden? What does that mean for the rest of the family? So that's what I don't get that. That doesn't make sense to me too. If I was working with my dad, I'd leave with my dad too. Like, but that's where there's more to come out of the situation. And in my gut, I don't see it being good.
We could sit here and talk for hours.
It's just, I just want the place to be so good. And I don't even care if it fucking runs 50%. Just run and work on it as you get better. But if the people at the top aren't willing and want to make the place good, it'll never be fucking good.
You just need to say, hey, we're doing a limited number of shows this year due to the nights we usually race or the weeks we usually race. We're doing track improvements. We're trying to make the place better.
The pyramid, if the top of the pyramid is shit, the bottom, foundation, the bottom is not the ones that want to do the work, it's never going to grow to a beautiful pyramid.
Shit rolls downhill, not up.
Facts, bro.
Yeah,
Fucking
see,
facts.
I think they need to run a limited season. I was saying this in our
Agreed.
chat the other day. I think you look at a lot of tracks that are successful, they do run very limited sprint cars. They have like a 12-week season spread across the year. But I think that's what Sydney needs to do. Like, and I know that like when you roll out onto track, you want to know you're running out there for some good prize money. And I think if you ran a limited season for maybe 1 or 2 years,
boost it. You could boost the money.
You could boost it even more. And yeah, whether you do stuff in the weeks that you're not running sprint cars and try and get like a big, I don't know. There's lots of
look at
street
what
stops and
Toowoomba's
legend
doing
cars
now.
and stuff.
Toowoomba's running winter shows of like demolition derbies, motocross. They're thinking outside the box and using their infield, bro. Like, that's awesome.
Monster trucks.
Yeah.
Kids go nuts for monster trucks. You would rake in a family ticket each. You'd rake in hundreds of family tickets just so that parents have to take their kids to go see these monster trucks.
Yeah, run it at lunchtime.
Yeah.
Far out, bro.
That was one of the best things about Parramatta is the amount of times they use the infield in the off season for like Supercross
it's sitting
or
there.
Stadium Super Trucks.
Yeah.
Like,
Even if you do it the night you started at lunchtime before a big event, you have families there longer. They spend more money. They go look at merch more, which makes them more encouraged to spend money. Like,
Look, there's so many things they could do, and it's just it's at the place now. And the last thing I want to touch on is, okay, say there's no Wilmingtons involved this year. If I'm a race team, whoever the new guy is, or say they can get a track manager on. If you don't hear about them adding the track surface, upping the prize money, or giving you anything to really go and give it a go, the teams that are already on the fence are definitely not going to go until they can see 5 great shows. But how can you see 5 great shows if you only got a 5-car field?
mm-hmm. But the other thing is, you don't need to have those 5 great shows, just sprint car shows. And this is where I feel like Motorplex does it really well. Like, we've got the Triple Crown for speed cars. We'll always have the state titles.
Agreed.
For
I'm not
wingless.
saying it has to be just sprint cars, but but the tracks have to work with these clubs, mate.
Exactly.
You know, you can have the manager. If the manager doesn't have these connections, if you just put my neighbour next door is, hey mate, you want to try run a speedway? Good luck to you. If you don't know connections, you got no chance. Like,
You've got to be someone in.
You got to know a speedway person, you know, and then outside doing all the marketing and media, you can have someone who's not a speedway person because that's not their job to run a speedway. So I just right now, and Binny, you probably back me up. At this point, I do not see us going racing this season there.
No, I agree.
I'm
I
miserable
don't
about
think
it.
we're going racing there. And I can tell you right now, I've spoken to 2 drivers, and they've pretty much said that they've got all their gear ready to basically just travel to Toowoomba.
Yep. Toowoomba's going to benefit out of this so much, and Ryan's ready for it. So don't get me wrong, you're not going to a place that's not ready. Ryan and the team at Toowoomba are like, let's go.
Sitting there licking his lips.
You know, I've talked to a few today as well. They're like, I guess we're going to have to go to Toowoomba. But there's something there. USC. Okay, the money's okay. It's $3 to $5 grand to win a night, but at least you know what you're going to get. They're going to do your best. You're rarely going to get a rubber down track there. I'll tell you that right now. You know, you're not going to go for a set of fucking tyres there. So they're building to one of the biggest races with the Red Hot each year now. So, and what racing are they going to fit in? They've missed the boat on all the schedule. It's gone. It's over.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing is every track has released their calendar now for the year, and it's unless you try and fit in a midweek show or something like that to try and get drivers as they come through. But who's going to want to run to the track that you don't know what you're going to get? And that's basically what we've got.
Okay, so we 100% know they're not starting in September. There's no fucking way. We know they're probably not starting in October. October's a pretty quiet. What is it? It's a pretty good month. Toowoomba, Murray Bridge, Perth, Avalon are all kicking off. All right. November. Good luck getting a date in November. Ready? Just listen to November. All right. Because I'm starting to look at what I'm going to have to do to travel and for us to grow our brands. I don't know now. Like Sydney was a gap for me to fill and I could rely on. But now it's like, well, shit. If I want shit every week, I'm going to have to, rob a bank or something. I don't know. But. So let's say November 1, Perth and Premier are 1st of November. The next weekend is Toowoomba and Avalon. Then the 15th is Lismore and Perth again. So there you go. Like teams will probably lock into those dates. Then you got Toowoomba on the 22nd again. And then the Adelaide 500 thing is on the 27th to 30th. So they could get racing. But those 10 to 18 teams they were banking on not travelling and being Sydney guys, unfortunately, I reckon some of the teams might not even bought parts at this point. Because why would have they spent the money on their car if they thought, that some of the teams can't travel. They're just Sydney guys. And that's why the car numbers are going down since Parramatta. So now we're at a point again where they're like, well, it doesn't seem good, so I guess we're not going to buy parts yet. Because we don't know what's going on. Let's save it. And then this is what happens. They see how much money they're saving on race cars, and then they can put them towards other things, and they go, well, racing's done for me. I'm happy to sit in the stands or work on race cars, save a lot of money.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's the evolution. So I don't know.
Shall we kill the sport?
Look, I hope Gary and Braden are still involved because they want to have a red hot crack, but the people above them aren't letting them have a red hot crack by the feel of it right now with today. So I
Hopefully
don't
this-
see it, how it's going to work.
Hopefully, it's just a massive trying to draw attention prank. I know it's not going to be, but
It's not a prank. Well, you can see where the so-called Sydney's at. I don't, like I said, I don't know. You could be right, Tyrone. He said, I've had enough. Which, I don't blame him, trust me. But
Well,
I just
the other
don't think he has. He was too passionate about it to just go,
And
I'm done.
if I'm being honest, like there goes the people that would fly in to come watch your race as well. There's no tracking them, but what would you say, the more central part of Sydney?
It is. It literally is. There's going to be an airport there in like fucking 2 years, Binny, yeah?
Yeah.
Literally,
correct.
airport in, you could 10-minute Uber to the track.
I was going to come over probably eventually and go to a race there with you guys. Why would I go now when I've got to drive 5 hours or we've got to go to Toowoomba anyway? Like,
Yeah, literally meet you Brisbane and pick you up. Yeah, 100%, man.
yeah,
It's silly. It's sad, but that's where it's at. I think there's more to come out of it, so watch that space, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Boys, go, Benny. Shoot, baby.
Yeah, it is really sad. I was just
much pain.
I'm one of those people that like to sit there and read some of the comments and stuff like that. I love keyboard warriors and what they try and say and shit like that.
You'd be the guy to
But,
make a page that's Jimmy Chong, and it's an Asian dude. That would be you, wouldn't it?
It'd be Sydney International Speedway customer service with a blue tick, and he'd reply to all their comments.
No, I was just reading some of them, and
You won't make it. Wait, you won't make it. You won't make a page that says Sydney International Track Manager. Yeah, just apply for the job. Thanks, guys. It'll be better.
Odds out of 10.
How about you all? Yeah,
10?
yeah. Anyone else want to
Odds
help
out of
me?
10?
I'm not getting paid. You guys want to help me? Like,
Wait, maybe we could do that. Maybe the track manager could be like the raw general manager. Just be a laptop.
oh, he can be like the NRL mole.
And it just goes off. And
Ah.
every time it goes off, we're reduced race to 25 laps.
Yeah.
So,
that
general
dog.
manager's made the
Who's that
decision.
dog?
And then no one can go complain to him. He's just, it's like a one-way race saver.
He's already on the keyboard on the internet, ready for hate. Comes up on the big screen. This track manager status has changed. 15 laps. Your dog.
Offline.
Yeah, offline.
Oh,
Good luck, boys.
I thought you.
He
when you
goes,
said
oh, well,
status,
race
I thought
this
it was
Saturday night.
Relationship update.
I'm busy.
Relationship update.
It's complicated.
Yeah, it's complicated.
Oh.
What were we going to say, Vinny, before I went spastic?
No, it's just like you can really see that like even the fans
Comments,
know
they
how
can-
much effort Gary puts in, and
Yeah.
they know what's sort of going down. They know that like, and you can even like one of the comments I just read was, "All right, better get ready to just head up to Toowoomba each week." Like it's sad to see, but even the spectators now know that they're not going to get the racing we deserve.
Yeah.
Because they're not able to put it like, whatever's going on there is just, not going to be able to get us the track that we deserve and that we used to have with Parramatta.
And literally, I just had a pod with Jai last week, Jai Corbett. He literally said Sydney's in one of his top 3 tracks when it's good.
Yeah.
Like, literally, he was like, I love ripping that place when it's good.
Does that not tell you all you need to hear?
Like, bro, that means they did a good job if guys are liking it. Yeah, the tyre issues and stuff, but, bro, every track goes through that. You just got to give them a red hot crack, and I think it's like I said, it's a more sour behind the scenes issues than what the Wilmingtons got blamed for. I feel that's my vibe.
Yeah.
And maybe we just got blacklisted from the place, but
I was going to say,
Jeez.
I've never been there, but I'm never getting let in, am I?
cheers, Code. We were always there ready to help it and give it an absolute crack, and I still am, but I just don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. Right
Hey,
now.
look at the nights we went through when we were there, Code, where it was doom and gloom, and you still sat there and managed to edit it to make it seem like it was a good night. And
Fuck,
then even
bro,
when
that's
people
the goal,
commented, Yeah, even when people commented negative stuff, it was always all right. Like, yeah, it was a pretty shit night in that aspect, but look at the racing we got, or look at this.
We got something out of it. Like, that was my
Yeah, we got
goal.
some positives.
My goal was to, okay, if the racing's not that good, let's try like spend some time with the race team and get some good content that side. You know, like it
Yeah.
doesn't have to just be about results and tracks, bro. Our sport's bigger than that. And that's why, okay, this is a perfect thing. It's about the people behind it. People running our sport and helping our sport. Right now, it's a heads and tails situation here. You got a guy that's given everything and now supposedly stepped away, which I don't think. But if he did step away with how passionate he was, that just tells a story too. If he thought he had to do that,
It's almost worse.
that would be worse. So I don't know. Anyway, it's pretty sad. I hope there's more future better things out of it. But yeah, we got to look forward to. There's a lot more tracks that are having a red hot crack, and you know, there's a lot of positives coming out of it, and maybe one day all our tracks will link up and run a series. But right now, let's move full steam ahead into Maddington Toyota Series, my favourite series to talk about because it's the biggest in Australia. I know it's Toowoomba and USC, but it doesn't quite just hit the spot as big as the Maddington right now. They're adding some tracks by the sound of it. I don't think they've released all the tracks they were going to add, or if they had, but it's Albany, yeah? They've added Albany. And that place, how far is that exactly from Perth, Tyron? It's not too far, is it?
If you go we'll go based off the CBD, it's about a 5-hour drive.
I thought it was only
So
2.
No, that's Bunbury.
Oh, yeah. It's 4 hours. That's all right.
Yeah. So
That's passable.
from the Motorplex, say 4 hours.
Yeah, but Albany's a nice place, eh? I've heard. Like, it's a good town.
Beautiful place. Honestly, if someone was coming over to watch sprint cars in WA, I'd say link it up so you get to do the Motorplex, Bunbury, and then you make your way down to Albany.
Really?
Spend a month here, just do it.
Yeah, right.
Bunbury is a sick country style track with dirt pits, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I don't mind Bunbury.
Albany, I haven't had the pleasure of going to Albany yet. I'm hoping to this year. But Albany, honestly, they would absolutely love to have the tourism come through that it will.
I seen a bit of old footage of it when they took World Series there, bro. It looked cool, and I think it's gonna add another factor to the series where the tracks aren't Bunbury and just like Ellenbrook did. The only thing is, I just don't know. Are they only going there once? I think they're not going there multiple times.
Look, I think what it might end up being will be similar to a Bunbury situation where they have 1, maybe 2 rounds, and then they might have 1 round that's out of the blue. That's not attached to Maddington.
Well, why would they? Who would go to that?
Teams that just want to race more. Everyone over in WA just wants to race.
Yeah, right.
Because it costs so much to even get to like Avalon or anywhere in even Adelaide or going up to Darwin.
Yeah, when there's a race on, you go.
When there's a race on, people flood. Like Bunbury gets sold out, packed. You cannot walk through there without hip and shouldering some poor little kid. Like dead set. Bunbury is the best experience, I would say. If you haven't been to Bunbury, go to Bunbury on a Maddington night because it pumps. Good. It provides some of the best racing and best wrecks when there's wrecks.
Yeah, it was a cool night. I recommend anyone going to Perth. And I just hope, sounds like Bunbury are trying to turn their things around now with new general managers and tracks there. So I can only hope. And me personally, I would love it if the track could get up to standard where they could run the Cricky boys there again. I would love to go to that. Talking to Maddie from Cricky Motorsports and even Dane, having a Cricky boys shootout at Bunbury, it must have been special because they all talk about it like it was the good thing. Like that was the one to win and hard to win. So
I only ever got to go to one before they moved it up to the Plex.
Yeah.
And it was like grand final night.
Yeah, huge.
It was everyone stopped caring about Maddington Series for a night and went, I'm winning this. And it was like the hardest, closest racing because everyone, it's the thing to win.
Yeah,
it's the thing to win.
It's like like a Perth crown to say I won a Cricky Boys,
Yeah.
like a classic. It is like that. I've won a Cricky Boys.
It's
So
basically WA's classic, I'd say.
I would say that it's pretty up there, and now it's at the Plex. It's still you win it, but I don't think it holds.
It doesn't.
Heart to saying Bunbury's Cricky Boys shootout, because that's where the boys are from and that. So, but yeah, so the Maddington Series is going full steam ahead. I can't wait to, if they do add more tracks, it'll be ripper. But Albany, I definitely want to try put that on my mark of going there. It's got literally 2 weeks before I'm going to head there for like 10 days. So the old budget might have a whack in there, but I don't see how I can miss Albany. I just love going to new tracks, man. So I want to try get there as best I can.
The tourism there as well. Like they've got old whaling. There's an old whaling shed where they used to bring whales in and chop them up and stuff.
Why do I need to know that? I don't want to go there.
It's just cool historical things.
You got to remember, SpongeBob lives under the sea. Remember?
Oh.
Does Donald Trump live there too?
A lot of people live in a pineapple under the sea, trying to dig to China. Anyway, but yeah, so the Maddington Series, full steam ahead. With adding the tracks, guys, is the actual whole calendar out?
I think parts
of it
are.
It is. Yeah,
anyway.
Anyway,
I think the Motorplex.
Motorplex is out. Looks very similar. October 18th. Can't wait. I'm definitely going to go there opening night. It was one of the best nights ever.
Skids, drags, speedway.
So good, man. And I'm ready for it this time. I'm not like, what is the Motorplex? Like, I'm ready to go, So, I will say this, guys. Maddington Toyota Series. Will it be more than a 2-horse race, or will we still see Dane and Callum going at it by the end of it?
Yes, it will be more than 2.
Who do you think can take it to those boys for the whole season?
Well,
I know there can be some of the boys, but I mean, like, I just asked a question. Who though? You've said it. Who is it?
I think the first 2 people that come to mind. I think Jack Williamson sorts out their program, and they put together a good series because he showed really good signs. I think he won hot laps a few times, or he top timed in hot laps. Sorry,
so
qualifying.
He's got the pace early on.
He's got the pace, 100%.
Yeah.
I think Kendrick sorts out whatever issues they've been having the last few seasons. He gets back into his groove.
I mean, if they do, they've been down a rough trot, man. I hope they do. They were they were the top team for a lot of years.
They were the GOAT team until a certain thing happened, and then we're not going to get into that.
Oh, wow.
Not nothing. Sorry, I should explain. Not nothing to do with them. It's something to do with that has affected Speedway Australia as a whole. And
you are shocking. You can say it. You think it's got something to do with TC. Old sausage fingers there pointing them. Jesus.
Didn't come out of my mouth.
A lot goes in your mouth. That's a big call, big dog. Jesus. I mean, a lot has happened since then, but, like, you are not coming on my podcast and talking about fucking traction control.
I didn't say it.
You did. You brought it up, and I'm like, nah.
I didn't say anything.
Get out of here. No traction control. I think it's the worst topic in Sprint Cars Australia.
And let's
be honest, if that's what I just think it's full of shit. I really do. Not a topic of it. So Jack Williams, and if Kendrick can turn it around.
And I reckon James Inglis enjoys not driving for a big team and just does his own thing and turns up.
He didn't compete for the series last year, eh?
I
don't think he did.
From what I can remember, he was out of the car early. Kerry came over. Yep. Drove that, and then he did a few shows here and there. He started off in his own car that he had sitting back in storage because he's obviously racing for Diamond Bay. He didn't need his stuff. Yeah. So I reckon he puts a season together and he says, you know what, this is what I can do when I don't have major people behind me.
All right, Benny, is it a 2-horse race or no?
I think it's I think it's going to be the same two guys up there, but I think there is a third guy that can compete, and I don't know whether it's confirmed where he's going and stuff like that. I don't think he's driving the car he was driving last season, but Codeman is. I reckon he can be up there.
I think he's in the 71, that car, the Golding car, I believe.
Yeah.
He's racing the speed car in America, and yeah, definitely. He led a few nights there and got unlucky, and
he won his first feature, I think, as well last season.
So what I will say is with the Maddington Point Series, Matty Cochran really put the nail on the head there. Is if you can't compete every week when the Americans and everything come, you fall so far behind the series. Now, Matty was on the side of it shouldn't be a Maddington round. It should be, we should be all racing just for the money. Because Brad Sweet and all that don't care about putting us in the war if they want to win 100 grand, where we just got to finish. Now, Matty brought up an interesting thing that why the points sort of blew out was because not everyone actually even made the feature from the Maddington Toyota Series. So only anywhere between 3 to 5 guys made the feature every high limit night. Because apparently it's around 50 points if you don't make it difference. Like if you're in the B main, you don't make it, there's 50 points, they get a head start on you. So that's why in the points it went 2 and then Milling, because he made every feature, and I think so did either Manders or Jack Williams. But
Jack, I think, made every feature.
Yeah, but like he fell off a little bit earlier or whatever. But that's where if like Callum and Dane were so far ahead because they did really well over that period. And don't get me wrong, it's the hardest series now in Australia if you're adding nights where you got 15 of the guys running in your feature that don't care about your points, or 20 because you've got 28 car fields there.
Yeah.
You know, like, and I think it's only going to be harder this year to make the feature. I think more cars will be there and whatever.
I would not be surprised if it's an all-American or 75% American A main or main final for that.
That's just history, mate. You know, and that's just what happens. You know, they're racing 90 times a year. They're coming here and they spank us. You know, some of the boys did really good. I think it'll be the same horse race again. Unless something happens real early on in the season, like early, where like, you know, someone has a great start and can hang on with the boys through that high limit series. If they can get through the high limit and start with Dane and Callum, game on. So Priolo just had such an unlucky. He's always up near the points. Manders, Milling is always up there. But yeah, I don't know. Is there things that J-Mac's going to run the series this year or no? Have you heard anything about that? Because he didn't last year, but when he did, he just went there and slapped him.
I think if he was to do it, it'd be fantastic for his racing. Only because...
For his racing, he needs more laps, does he? He's only the fucking best.
No, not in that side. Not in that side. For his brand side. Yeah, that's what you get.
Yeah. Oh, no, to be honest, the series would benefit from J-Mac doing it.
100%.
Like, not the other way around. I don't think J-Mac needs a series. He's James fucking McFadden, bro.
But I think that's where he is a quality Australia one, like what Jock was, and to be honest, actually all of them. Yeah, they're going to go race. They're going to go show off that A1 on the side of the top wing so that fans can go, oh, I got a photo in front of the A1.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with that. And that's why it used to be cool, the World Series. That was the one used to travel.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I just, you know, I think those two and that team year round, they're the pinnacle of that side of the country at the moment. And, you know, it's not a bad thing it's those two, because I tell you right now, it's when you're watching the high limit and that, and you're like, oh, where's the 3? Where's the 2? Like, where are they? What are they doing? And so that's really cool. But yeah, Australia side of things, not much has changed at the moment. The big topics there. It's going to be really interesting this year. I've looked at some of the dates, and the marquee, the new event really is the Majura Timmins Speedway. Big prize pool, similar to the Red Hot prize pool, so I hope that attracts really good numbers. Tolman's got a few more dates now, and the Red Hot Shootout was supposed to be. They've took those dates now. I can't wait to see what Tolman's building on. And yeah, we'll just touch on a bit of the American stuff today. Cole Macedo, bro, beat the high limit boys and junked over the line. Going into one, he said he didn't know that it was over yet, and he junked it. He thought he lost the race when he flipped. He thought he lost the race, so that's why he didn't get out and celebrate straight away. But yeah, for him to go there and like, I think I looked on the betting odds, boys. He was like plus $80 to win. Like he was high. I didn't have a punt today. I was I was a good boy. I didn't have a punt today. I think I would have picked Reitzel anyway because he's just been my guy lately. But yeah,
Well,
Kyle
you would have
Larson
just taken
was moving
50 for 500.
the way I was today. But yeah, Cole Macedo, bro, like, so he actually timed well, quick time, and he's the first driver in a long time, I think, to start fourth and win his heat, and that actually automatically puts you on the pole for your dash, locks you in the high limit format, and he's apparently the first one in a long time to do that. And it was not an easy race, bro. He battled through some lap traffic, tight track. Larson was chasing him. Sweet was there, but I did say that he's done so many apparently laps around this place, and in his post-race interview, he's been telling his team like, "Man, if we can do one race, I want to do this race. I want to do it." And he was hoping for some rainouts like they got, and he was begging his team like, "I want to go to this one. This is my track." And look, it's turned out it's got his first national sprint car touring win, and as they say, you get one, that's all you need, and they start rolling. So he's sitting 11th in the world of Outlaw points now. He's definitely pushing for Rookie of the Year. The hard one is Chris Wyndham's that had a really good year as well in the 7 NOS car. But yeah, the high limits run such a quick and great show, man. I can't believe it. It's just, I know it's only sprint cars, but literally if you don't keep watching for the next heat race, you miss 2. That's what it feels like. If you watch heat 1 and you're not paying attention, it's heat 4 and you're like, where the hell did the other heats go?
I just went and got a beer.
Yeah, legit. So it's bloody awesome. And the big weeks are coming up now. Eldora, big money. So they got the Jokers jackpot and all that stuff. It's like 4 nights at Eldora. Then they got the four nights total. 2 for high limits, 2 for Outlaws with the King's Royal. Holy shit, my back's getting sore. Oh, it's wearing
Morgan
off.
drugs.
Yeah, soon. But yeah, I just want to finish up here. The Outlaw points are looking pretty straightforward again with David Gravel. There was a bit of Tyrone. Why I got you on here, Benny? There's been a lot of stuff flying on our socials about that. I don't know if you've seen it. A lot of people firing up about the old playoff conversation. Jesus Christ. People were not happy. I mean, I didn't say I wanted it, but I'm just saying now, like, without it, it's over. Like, it is, you know, and don't get me wrong, I'm still going to watch it and I want guys to win, and having a bit of a cheeky punt on it makes it interesting now because I actually want my guy to go good who I bet on, or you just bet on David Gravel and you'd probably be up this year at this rate.
Uncontroversial opinion?
Well, just facts.
Well, he is only there for the easy money.
What do you mean? How's it easy money? How's it easy money, bro? You're on crack.
Is there?
Are you on Endo?
Who's there? Who's there to challenge him?
Do you mean for the series or each week?
Just for the series and week to week, like.
Oh, week to week, stop it. Just like, Vinny, can you slap him?
He rocks up and just dominates most weeks, unless something either goes wrong or someone has a blinder.
Doesn't dominate every week, but he's at least around the pointy end. But they all are. Like, you never see Buddy Kofod right from the front. You don't see Logan Schuchart. Oh, Logan Schuchart's fell off a little bit. But I get it, but what's he going to do? He didn't tell him to go make another high limit series.
Yeah.
They picked their ball up and went. You know what I mean? He wasn't going anywhere. So he went beautiful.
The one thing I will say is I don't like how they were questioning. As soon as he won that first one, they were like, oh, but it's because Dingo's not there and it's because he's not there.
Yeah, but they're never going to stop, right, Benny?
No.
No.
You're never going to stop. And if Brad Sweet wins again, which he has lit a fucking fire the last few weeks, it's going to be the thing. Well, Brad Sweet's still good. Like, he's now 180 points in front of Buddy Kofoid. Like, and then then Macedo's 212 and Schuhart's 286. Like, I think he could nearly, besides having a week off, he can't do much wrong besides roll around and take the green.
Just saying, Logan Schuhart's in fourth, right? I'm just looking at it myself.
Yeah.
He's run 37 races. The rest of them have run 39. So imagine if Logan Schuhart had been running those
Going
other
up to the
two
others.
races.
What do you mean he ran?
Like-
What happened?
Like it says starts 39 for everyone else except for Logan Schuhart. He's only ran 37.
Oh, so maybe he made the B-man or crashed out.
Possibly, but
Because
imagine
you only get one bonus card. So maybe he's used them up.
Yeah, possibly.
But anyway, back on the high limit side, what was David Graver winning by?
180.
180?
Yep.
Justin Peck is 200 points behind Brad Sweet in the high limit in 6th. That is the closest points difference in high limit. Brad Sweet is now leading again. He's took the lead back. Tyler Courtney 12 points behind. Aaron Reitzel in third, 23 behind. Rico Abreu 37 behind. Brent Marks 58 behind. That is just the top 5 in points, and then there's a huge jump to Peck at 207 behind. So anyone within the top 4, maybe even Marks if he gets going, but a lot has to go right for Marks to get on top. But what I've seen from Brad Sweet in the last few race meetings, he's back. I think he's just putting his foot down, money time going. So that's been sick. And boys, predictions for the Joker's double and the high limit. Sorry, the Joker double and the King's Royal. Benny, you're first. Not who wins each night, but who wins each event. Go.
Joker's. I'm going to go Rico.
Yep.
I just feel like he'll win that. The King's Royal. I'm going to say something. Can people think it's funny? But I'm going to go Donny Shots.
Donny!
I just feel like he's been very quiet all year. He's due for a big one, and I feel like it's just going to light the fire back up in that team. And they'll get a big win. If not, a couple of big wins over this money period.
Okay, all right. Tyron, who's your pick?
This picking stuff puts me under the pressure.
Oh my God! He's done outlandish comments before, and I've had to shut him down. But now just picking a winner's rough. Like fuck off.
I'm gonna go with what Benny said. Rico wins the
Joker.
Which one was? Yeah, the Joker's double.
Yep.
Cleans that up. Probably both nights, I reckon.
Both nights.
Yeah.
Rico double in the Whiskey Mire.
Yeah, 100%. I reckon he's...
Thoughts on that car, by the way, boys? Rico's been jumping cars and designs, and I love it because he's, doing his socials right and getting more merch sold. But thoughts on that car?
I think that's better than the other one he had, the Kubota.
Better than the Kubota one?
Yeah, way better.
Thoughts, Tyron?
Just a good-looking car, isn't it?
You reckon? Have you actually seen it? Are you taking the piss? It's good code. What is it? Oh, it's blue. Yeah, no, it's not. It's black. Yeah.
I haven't seen it. But
oh my God, he's a liar!
Honestly, if it's a Rico car, it's a good-looking car.
No, it actually does look really good. I personally think it's better than his normal 24 car.
Oh, I like the white.
No, you
like
can't.
The white
no,
one.
that's the OG. You can't beat that.
So I'm like, that's Rico in a white, cool looking
Yeah.
car. Yeah. Oh well. All right. Okay, I'll talk about car designs. Did you guys see Tyler Walker's car? For the high limit. Look it up right now. Tyron, get your phone or computer. I don't care. You can go off screen for a bit. Look up Tyler Walker 69 car. It is
Love it
something
already.
else, and I'm not sure what I'm looking at. I thought it was fake. I thought it was a piss take.
Would it be on his Facebook page?
Go on the car owners page. Ron Rutherford. First thing that pops up. Ron Ruther Ford. Rutherford. I'm so bad at spelling. It's something else. I'm very confused.
Ford.
He's throwing these hands up in his profile picture.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. What is that?
Wait, can you share it with me, Tyrone?
I'll send it to you, Benny. I'll send it to you now.
I'll
it's
send
something
it to the
else.
group chat.
Yeah, send it to the group chat.
Wait, I need to know the story. Did he let some kid design this? Because otherwise I'd feel bad roasting him.
No, I think it's got something to do. It's got something to do. I'm unsure of it. I love a cool, wicked design.
The local daycare put up a few designs and he's just plastered on the side of the car.
It's got something to do with Bitcoin, or something.
Oh, the NFTs and stuff.
Oh, maybe something like that.
Because that looks like one of those shitty NFTs.
I'm not sure until I see it, but I don't picture it looking good.
It's
in
not.
person.
If I got my 4-year-old brother to design me a sprint car, that's what he'd do.
What do you think, Benny? Did you see it yet?
No, have you sent it through?
Yeah, did Tyrone send it?
No, you
No,
said
he
you were
didn't.
sending it.
Oh,
Shambles.
My
Oh,
bad.
Here we
There.
go.
Yeah, I'm not
He's
sure.
doing these ones.
It's Bitcoin
Not good.
powered by puppets. So
what? Sesame Street's powering this sprint car now, is it?
no, I don't know. They even changed the number. Like he was 19 in PA. Now he's 69. It's an interesting
It looks like the
choice.
69 out of the World Series game.
It does look like that. It does.
It looks like the
that.
bubble font on that.
Yeah, out
It
of
looks
World
like
Outlaws game.
It
Yeah.
sort of looks like a kid's, as you said, Tyrone, a kid's designed it, and it's like, it gives me Adventure Time feels.
Adventure
Have you seen
Time?
Adventure Time?
Adventure Time.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like
Yeah,
Jake
I'm,
and Finn.
Nah, do you know what it gives me? It gives me old, pixelated Sesame Street vibes.
I thought you were going to say pixelated something else, and I'm like,
Oh, you need a car with your farm.
I think it's old pixelated corn. Oh, what?
Calm down.
Yeah.
Look, if he's
yeah,
done
I
it
don't
for some
know.
kids' charity, he just needs to say
No,
he's done it for
it's-
some kids' charity, and
it's
no one
for
can talk
big-
shit about it.
It's for e-commerce. It's for online
Don't.
currency or some shit. It's holding
You
a
can do
Bitcoin
better
thing.
than that. It looks like he's grabbed all the leftover wraps from all the cars that weren't finished
This
and just
could
gone.
be. This could be a thing where online Bitcoin might make its way into the sport. You never know now. It only starts with one. Back in the
Maybe
day,
that's that's how we fund a national series.
It started with one oil company, and now it's all in the sport. So next minute, it'll be Ethereum, bloody NFT puppets, Sesame Street on board. I don't know, something else.
I'm happy with that. Let's just keep the shit car designs out of it.
Hey, I'd sit in a car. If someone was paying my bills, I'd sit in anything. Don't worry about that.
Oh,
I wouldn't
don't
even
get me
need
wrong.
stickers.
Obviously, I wouldn't be
Yeah.
happy while I'm sitting in it, but I'd be sitting in it.
Yeah. All right. So
I
tomorrow,
don't-
guys. Tomorrow, the Brad Doty Classic is on tomorrow for the Outlaws before we head to the Eldora. Sorry, and I just want to pick your brains here, boys. We've got a few options for the old sneaky pun. So let's see if you want to hear it.
Can we plug this app? Because I don't actually know what this app is that you can punt on the sprint cars.
I'll plug it. Bet365. Gamble responsibly. Whatever.
No way.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. So, boys, Kyle Larson's your favourite at $2.90. I'm going J-Mac, $26. Load me up. Why not? Get me on it.
What?
J-Mac's on there at $26.
That seems
So-
criminal that they're going to give away that much money.
Sign me up Yeah, I'm gonna go J-Mac there. Bill Baylog ran second at Houston's, $81. So let's go, boys. But Brad Doty Classic, it says it's tomorrow, so let's just double check. It is
It
tomorrow.
is.
So
Yeah.
what track
Any
is? What
of the
track
other
is that
Aussie
at?
boys confirm they're going?
Attica
Attica?
Race Park. All right. So all you got to do is do your no. Whatever. Not all the races will be on there. That's what they do.
Okay.
Because their mark's not well. But yeah, $26 J-Mac. I'm all in. Sign me up. Put the house on it. Go J-Mac. Fired up after the wreck.
Whoever it was paying $80, I'm all about the unfavourite.
Cole
All about an
Macedo won.
underdog
Cole
spot.
Macedo won yesterday, paying $81.
I will put 50 on it.
He won today. That's crazy. So yeah, that's the Outlaws, and we got a big week coming in there, boys. So my pick for the Kings Royal, sorry about that, is easily the winner of the Kings Royal. It's going to be David Gravel. He's going to drive away with it again. I think there'll be a late charge though from someone similar. I think it's going to be the same script, right? And the Jokers one, I think we're going to see a high limit guy, and I'm going to shoot someone like. You know what? I'll throw this if he's there. Emerson Axum. Was going well there this year and spun out leading. It's a track like Eldora. You just got to get to that front and hold on for dear life. It's so big. One error. You know, everyone's got to be perfect to chase you down. It's so fast. One error is a whole straightaway error. So that's the Speedway side. Yep, one line, on the fence or whatever, and only Donny can run through the middle. But yeah, that's Justin Peck normally goes right there too, but I don't know with that in that team. But yeah, so that's all the sprint car stuff I want to touch on. To finish off, the Aussies, awesome. Ryan Newton has been going ripper, a few top 5s and tops 10. It's been really pushing through PA. I'm not sure if he's still in PA or he's moving or doing some other stuff. Alex Adard's been going great for his first time. I thought he's been competitive. Big track, scary. He literally told me, I've only seen these tracks on iRacing, bro, and now I'm running a 410 in them, which is pretty scary. And I love seeing all the
floor
boys
on the wall.
Yeah, legit, he says. Jai Corbett just nearly got the win at Houston the other night. Ran a good second to a dominant in-form Ryan Timms. That thing he is on a mission right now.
How was the slide job that he threw for the lead?
Yeah, there's like 3 of them. Just like, yeah, boys, see you later. That at Knoxville the other night?
The final one that he threw that actually got in front of Jai in between lap traffic, I was sat there going, oh, well, Ryan's night's done. I thought he was in the wall.
Yeah, and just sticks. Yeah, just so you can tell that
the commitment from both drivers.
Yeah, when we had the chat with Jai, I mean, it's not Jai, Ryan Binney, you could tell that he was really eager and ready to go at it. But obviously that short time with the connection that Lee Big and Ryan have made, mate, like, I don't see him not making the Knoxville Nationals feature. That was his goal. Yeah. He goes, I just want to make the feature.
Yeah.
I reckon he can run a top 10 the way he's going.
Cool.
Like,
you put money on it?
To him to make it? Yeah, he'll make the feature. Hands down.
No, top 10.
Yeah, top 10. Ryan Timms, Knoxville Nationals. 100%. He's getting the laps there. He's beaten some of Knoxville's best at the moment that have raced there for years. They're just moving, man. They're moving in the right direction. I can't wait to see it. And
who I don't think's confirmed to be there yet, but he's one of my favourite Americans, not just because he's got a YouTube, but he's got a YouTube successful. You can see all he's behind the scenes. Tanner Holmes is someone I really want to see do well there. I don't know if he's confirmed going.
Knoxville, he'll be there, Knoxville, 100%.
He has to be.
He'll go there selling shirts. I think he was there on the weekend. So
I'd love to see him run a top 5 there just for his program.
I don't know. He could. I think he's talented.
He's got all the talent in the world. What?
I think he's talented enough. So
he's got J-Mac to lean on now as well.
Does he though? I think J-Mac's head down, ready to go. J-Mac got in a wreck today. That was pretty gnarly. Then they packed up.
That.
I could talk about that slider.
Yeah, I don't know.
I wouldn't think. Sorry, it wasn't a slider, but Rico definitely knew he was going to be there, and he could have done a lot more to avoid him.
Nah, that's why I was like that. Ooh, that was a bit close. But when James got out of the car, you can tell he was like, "Yep, well, I put myself
But
in that position.
he said
You
it was
gotta-
greasy as well, so you got to take that into account
Like
as well.
I think
so.
they both just went for the same real estate. Like looked like James got
Yeah.
out and then come back, but it just same time. Like
Yeah.
you know, it's not like Rico went out of his way to get
Yeah.
him or anything. But
Greasy track
Yeah.
as well, when no drive off corners and you're just sliding everywhere.
yeah, so he packed up early. Off he goes. But yeah, so yeah, cool to see some of the Aussies. I think the Aussies over there now, Kerry Madsen and Madsen's been going well. So the Aussies over there now, I think, are J-Mac. He'll be doing a lot of racing soon. Ryan Newton's still going. Adard and the Madsen brothers. Corbett's coming home. I'm not sure what Brock Hallett's doing. Maybe he hasn't raced in a bit. Maybe he did his stint and then he's coming home. I don't know. But yeah, so the racing's been going really well in that side of the world, and I can't wait. We've got a big season coming back. It's July, 2 months, literally to the day, and we're back into it in Darwin. So our stuff's starting soon. But I want to flip the coin and talk to my man Benny here. Have you been just quiet on social media because it's all coming down at Red Bull Racing Formula One? I mean, I couldn't
No.
give two shits.
Whoa!
Oh,
No.
but mate, you've been heated in the chats, up and down, and Max isn't going to years now. The guy's sacked. What's going on in your world, brother? How are you?
Yeah. I'm good, mate. It's been a roller coaster ride for an F1 fan the last couple of weeks.
Hasn't it?
Obviously,
By the
we had
sounds of it.
Silverstone. Yeah, we had Silverstone last weekend, and it was cool to see Lando get his win at his home track. But in saying that, it was pretty devastating for Oscar to see him get that penalty, and it was against Max. I'm a Max fan, so it was hard watching both of that because Max ended up stepping on his dick and spinning out himself. But yeah, Red Bull Racing is just in turmoil. I think it's really starting to come to him, noticing that if Max didn't finish all these races, someone like Sauber would have more points than them in the Constructors' Championship. Which shout out to Nico Hulkenberg getting a podium in Silverstone. That was probably the coolest thing of that whole race. So good on them boys, and to come from deep in the field as well. He's literally started on the back row every race the last few races and got points out of it. So he's on a roll, and I hope that continues for Sauber because, I don't know, it's good to see a different team up there. But yeah, Christian Horner getting the sack from Red Bull Racing. From everything that is online, it says that he's been sacked and he's no longer involved. Everything that Christian Horner is saying is that he will just be in the background and not a person involved in race personnel weekends.
But why would they say, yeah, what's he trying to, I mean, he's trying to save his image there, but like, why would they make the announcement and then replace him? Like, that guy coming on board does not want that guy they got sacked hanging around.
Yeah, so, and then obviously the replacement, I don't know too much about him. I know that he's come from Racing Bulls and stepped up into the main team. And then the guy that was sort of the right-hand man for that guy has stepped up into the main role at Racing Bulls. What do I think it means for Max? I feel as though it may have been Max's way of staying and saying that if we get rid of Horner, I'll stay. But in saying that, I've also now seen photos on social media of Max Verstappen and Toto Wolff on the yacht together and in a private jet together. So it could be a very big story in the next couple of weeks as to where Max goes. I think if Max does leave Red Bull now, I think it will be to Mercedes. I don't think he'll go anywhere else now.
What, and Russell's out?
Well, that's the other story is I don't know whether it will be Russell or Antonelli. I think Antonelli's young and he's still got a lot more years in him.
Yeah, they'll keep Antonelli. He's shown promise, I think.
And Russell's sort of been, I don't know, Russell's changed over the last season and a half. He's really started to get he started to get very animated on the radio with the team. I feel there is some frustrations there for Russell.
Yeah, okay.
and I think Russell was very much he had to do all the sort of step back and watch Lewis win all those championships and watch him compete. And now he thought he was going to be the main guy at Mercedes, and I think they've sort of been like, "Oh no, we're going to make you lean on Antonelli and all these sort of people." So yeah, it could be a very interesting few weeks. Bit of a weird one because after Silverstone this time, we've got a 3-week break, which normally that happens after Spa. But this year, for some reason, it's fallen on the weekend after Silverstone. But going into a triple header now. So they've got Belgium at the end of July, so 25th to 27th. Then off to Hungary the weekend after, which is always an interesting race. I feel Hungary is because you never know what the weather's going to do, and that track is very hard for passing. So generally, if people do go for like passes there, it ends in tragedy and ends up with safety cars and stuff like that. And then they have another sort of 3-week break, and they're off to the Netherlands at the end of August. So, which is Max's home race, which should be
big
cool.
race. With all that stuff with the Red Bull and that round where he went out really early, wasn't that? That was 2 weeks ago, right?
Yep.
Was it true that race he then went and focused on his own race team he's got somewhere else?
His
and
GT
sort of
World team or
oh,
whatever.
I couldn't give it. Yeah, I'm wrecked. Who gives a shit? I'm out. Like,
yeah, correct.
And then so that is a big thing. Like you said, it's true. A lot of people were commenting on that. But then 1 week later, then Max spins out, has a rough week, and then they sack that guy.
Yeah,
like you would think. I know it's Max Verstappen, but if you're a team guy, wouldn't he have then wrecked and then went and helped his other Red Bull driver in the race? Would that happen or no? They're sort of different. Is that what happens?
F1 isn't like that. You're not going to jump on the radio and help your teammate out. It's you're running for yourself. Even though you're in a team, you're running for yourself, and you can see how passionate they get. You look at the likes of Oscar Piastri and Lando. They're not wanting their teammate to be on the top step over them. They're wanting to be up there themselves.
Like Oscar was asking for the position to be switched because of the penalty.
Yeah, he didn't feel as though the penalty was fair, so wanted the position switched to be him back in the lead and to race like they did in Australia, and that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's definitely only a one horse race for the Constructors' Championship. Like McLaren's pretty much sealed that. They literally need disaster to strike to lose that championship.
Yeah.
And I think it's a 2-horse race in the Drivers' Championship. I don't think, even if Max goes on a quick streak of a couple of race wins or something, I think Lando and Oscar are just going to be there or thereabouts behind him. But in saying that, it's going to be interesting to see the fallout of Ferrari as well. They've had pretty quiet weekends, and for them to be sort of not up in those points positions every weekend, it's going to start asking questions, I feel.
Yeah.
And especially if someone like Kick Sauber starts getting up there and sort of challenging them for their spots, questions are going to be asked for them. But it's funny, the two teams that have got ex-Red Bull staff are starting to sort of find their groove and starting to run well, which is Aston Martin and Kick Sauber. So Adrian Newey over at Aston Martin and what's his name? But he's over there as well. He used to be the Red Bull team boss, not team boss, one of the engineers for Red Bull, but he's over at Kick Sauber. So
Jared Whaley?
Yeah. Waitley.
Jared Whaley, I think. Yeah.
So it's interesting that they're both a gardening period, as they call it, is now expired and they're able to work on the cars. They're starting to go well. So it's going to be interesting. And I'm just, as a Max fan, it's going to be devastating to see him leave Red Bull if he does.
When?
But I'm intrigued to see what sponsors he takes across to another team. I was going to say,
we talked about that Red Bull one, bro. He is Red Bull.
And like, imagine Red Bull, the marketing they would need to change because Max isn't at
He's
Red Bull.
everywhere.
Yeah,
He is
like,
Red Bull. It's not like the days when Travis Pastana's Red Bull.
yeah.
He's
it's-
Max Verstappen is Red Bull.
If you go and ask someone, oh, who races for Red Bull? They'll go
Max Verstappen.
Max Verstappen.
Doesn't
Yeah.
even care. They'll know.
They're not going to go say fuck it. They're not going to go say Checo Perez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they know it's associated with F1. Like Red Bull's associated with F1. So then I'll flick you a tone then. Benny used to say he's a Red Bull fan. Now he's saying he's a Max Verstappen fan. Isn't that interesting?
But at the end of the day, like
No,
F1,
like
Fans?
F1's
no, but like
really
you're
weird
not
like
going to
that.
cheer Red
Like,
Bull when Max isn't there.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah, I feel as though Red Bull as a team will go very downhill very quickly if he leaves.
they already are. Without him, they'd be
No, but
nowhere. They
worst,
would be
worst.
irrelevant. They'd be irrelevant.
Because who are
without
they?
him right
Who
now.
are they going to get back in? Who are they going to get back in with the
George
experience
Russell.
to help build a car? He won't go there.
I know, but
you-
if he needs a seat,
sorry.
he'll fucking go there.
Yes, if he needs a seat and he's that desperate, yes. But I don't know.
But it is. You guys are telling me they're changing the cars again, so it is the time if they're going to move on from Max, is when the new car comes in. So they don't build it for Max; they can build it for two guys. Correct?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the thing is with the.
But then they're giving up the
regulations
championship.
Yeah, with the regulations changing, but most teams are already working on those new cars.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Like they're already designing a car around Max, most likely. So that's the thing. You're going to bring a driver in to a car that you've designed purely for Max or purely for the two Red Bull drivers
Yeah.
that isn't going to work for the two Red Bull drivers.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's going to be interesting. I feel as though next year, and even more interesting next year with two more cars on the grid, it'll be interesting to see where they're at, Cadillac, and where they're going to run.
Yeah.
And it's also a shame for someone like Nico Hulkenberg, who's at Kick Sauber, because they changed to Audi next year, and I don't know how that's going to go. I don't know what sort of a transition that is, but apparently they're full steam ahead to be Audi next year. So,
and
then-
Kick's
think from
going
what I've
away.
heard-
Kick won't be a thing anymore.
I think from what I've heard, it's just a brand change. It's literally just a
Yeah.
name change, same stuff, same rollover.
Okay.
But I think it'll probably just go to being called Kick Audi or something like that.
So
but
it's
Audi
still the
is
streaming platform Kick involved.
I would say most likely. I'd
Okay.
say that sponsor will stay with them. And then you've got another big talking point is Red Bull Racing going away from they'll still have their power unit,
Yeah.
but Ford will be involved this time instead of Honda. So that's another big change. That is
Ford
changing with
lately
them.
in
So-
motorsport racing, besides old V8s, is we see the sprint car world now sort of gone away from it. So
Yeah, but you look at the likes of Red Bull Racing over here. They're doing the switch over to Ford as well. So
Okay.
it must be a deal that Red Bull signed or something. But
it
That's
makes
sweet.
sense, bro.
Motorsport-
Makes sense.
Brand deal.
Yeah, it's a brand deal for them, and they've said that from what I've heard, is it's going to be the first time the Red Bull cars really change that dramatically because I think Ford wants their blue on the car. So
right.
Well, this is more
That's-
pushing to. There's going to be so many changes, and maybe Max is like, "Well, this is my time to go." If you're changing
Well-
everything,
It's also come out as saying he wasn't happy with the numbers that was produced by that power unit. So that's been talked about for the last
Right.
few months.
so he's not happy with the
Where
full
they've-
performance. Is that what you're saying?
No. Well,
well, they're
Who is
still
really,
with Honda
but,
at
like-
the moment. So
I think he enjoys his last few glory days with Red Bull Honda. And then he says, Mercedes-Benz, you're welcome in my GT4 team. I'm all yours.
yeah.
And guys, will there be a deadline? Is there a deadline when we should know by this decision?
Usually
Oh.
after the summer break.
Yeah, I would say like I was looking at the calendar the other day. There's not really a big summer break like they usually have. Like this is probably the biggest break they're going to get. I feel as though if you're Max, you're wanting to have the deal signed and sorted before Netherlands. So before Zandvoort at the end of August, you want that deal signed and organised and sorted out. But I'm like as a Red Bull supporter as well as a Max supporter, I'm sort of like Max. If you only to change teams, just retire from F1. Go
You
run
reckon?
GT4s. Like he you
Is
can
that on
see
the
how much
cards?
happier he is.
Is that on the card, you think?
100%. He doesn't. He's won 4 in a row. He does not need to be here anymore.
That's the thing.
Doesn't need to be there.
You listen to any sort of interview where he's talking about his future and stuff like that. He said once he had a kid, he had a drivers' championship, a constructors' championship. There was nothing else for him to do over in F1.
Yeah.
So he's got all that.
No.
He's got it 4 times. He's just been greedy now. He wants to get a 5th, like any driver does.
Yeah.
So I like deep down, I hope that either he stays at Red Bull or he just retires and focuses on his GT4 and maybe even does some Le Mans LMP1 sort of stuff.
Yep.
So do the 24-hour race of Le Mans, do all that sort of stuff to get that on your resume as well. Because realistically, once he's done all that, he's done everything he can in motorsport pretty much, except for running sprint cars like Kyle Larson does. So, and good luck to him if he ever goes to try and do that, because I don't think he's going to be anywhere near Kyle Larson. Just like I don't feel as though Kyle Larson would be anywhere near Max Verstappen in an F1 car.
I hate that chat. Everyone, when they bring that up, how good would Larson be in an F1 car? Rubbish.
Yeah. Like an Indy car, there's similarities, but there's nowhere near the same.
You run in a circle.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
I still love my Indy car. Still love my Indy car.
Let's flick that. There's a topic I want to really push your guys' buttons with. SVG.
Freak.
Go.
Okay, hear me out. Is he going to be down in history of the man that has changed supercars and NASCARs forever? Hear me out.
100%.
Because now, the way the NASCAR Playoff Championship works, win one, you're in. Happy days. Rubbish. He has, 3 to 4 chances every year now. And he is so far a fucking head of the guys on the road courses. It's actually ridiculous. It's his specialty.
Well, what he led 70 odd laps or something, the last one?
It doesn't matter. You can see it, right? So now, our teams, NASCAR teams that just start out or around where they sit, are they always going to come and take the best supercar driver to get themselves in the playoff early on in their years? Or will they start to look at other divisions in America similar to road racing, because it's not now the path of let's go from the sprint cars at a circle, let's go from the late model road, that path anymore because of how they've changed their series to playoffs. So I feel like there's not a matter of time until Brock Feeney's in a NASCAR. He's out of supercars.
I've been saying for the last probably, I'd say, month to the boys at work who all talk supercars, F1. An F1 team needs to pick up Brock Feeney. He raced that random open wheeler race that they all did. I think it was at the start of the year. And he was unreal. Like, pretty sure he was top 3 after qualifying or something, and did all but win the race. It's a while. I need to re-jog my memory on it. But he was just a freak. Race. He was a he was a freak in an open wheeler. And even another podcast I'm not going to say their name, but another podcast
Ken.
touched on it. And they said he would fit into an F1 car, or at least into F2. Give him a crack in F2, see how he goes. I don't think Feeney's talents need to be wasted in NASCAR.
Any thoughts?
He needs to go to an F1 style.
Look. I think when it comes to supercars, I think there's only sort of two pathways that they've got. And look, there is a possibility F1 would be a pathline.
But when's that
like
happen? When does that happen?
But see, the thing with F1 and stuff like that, you've got so many young. When I say
European
young,
guys.
I'm talking. There's guys that are like 17, 18 that are running Formula 3 and Formula 2 already.
Yeah.
Like they've gone from open wheel to open wheel to open wheel. Like they're not playing around with other series or anything like that. F1 is one of those series that you need to be in it from grassroots up and into the sport. Supercars at the moment, the way it is, I think NASCAR's the only sort of logical.
It's your next step, It's their next step.
Unless you got someone like Scott McLaughlin's a supercar legend. Like he was one of the goats.
He went to Indies.
He went to IndyCar, and like that's the same sort of thing. Roger Penske saw his talent on a road course and was like, "Oh yeah, this guy could handle it like in IndyCar." And like their calendar's a lot of like it's pretty much 50-50 their calendar. And Scott McLaughlin's no backmarker when it comes to an oval race. He's generally a guy that's up there or fighting for the wins and fighting for top tens. But yeah, I just think their next step is NASCAR, and the way they've designed supercars over here and the way their future looks for supercars, it's very NASCAR-like.
Yeah.
And I think that's why they're bringing in all this playoff series and the Sprint Cup series and stuff like that over here, is because they want to make it like NASCAR so that when you make that progression, it's the same. But they also want the NASCAR guys to come over here and run our series to put those big names out there, and they can really be like, oh, yeah, Kyle Busch coming to run the Australian supercars.
But
and
are they? They're not really doing it, are they?
Well, there's still lots of things that need to be.
The money needs to be there to start.
Yeah, the money needs to be there to start, which is the problem with everything. Like you need that money there to go do it. I think it's going to happen. There's going to be it may not be this year, but I reckon next year you'll definitely see a NASCAR driver run Adelaide. And I feel like if you don't see any NASCAR drivers as co-drivers at the Super Cheap Auto the Repco Bathurst 1000 next year, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, but are we talking like guys like a Bush who, is at the end of his career and it's a fucking semi-holiday for him?
Well, that's pretty much what it's going to be. But I think, and Shane van Gisbergen touched on this in another podcast, and so has Scott McLaughlin. Both of them are keen to get over here and run another, like, even if they're not main drivers, they're keen to get over here and run an enduro.
They just want to race. Bro.
Yeah.
Race it.
And the thing is, I think it's just a big thing. Like, you get SVG, even if they were a wild card and you had SVG and Scott McLaughlin as the two drivers.
Really win the bloody thing.
Mate, they're going to blitz that field. I don't care who is out there. They're going to win. Like, they're two of the smartest guys in terms of supercars. And Shane van Gisbergen is showing how smart he is on a road course in NASCAR. And the big topic that everyone's talking about is, will he make it very far in the playoffs? I can guarantee you, I reckon he'll make it to the round of 8.
Yeah. Which is half, 50% of the playoffs.
Yeah.
Because 16.
Yeah.
So I reckon he'll get his way through the sort of round of 16 and the round of 12 by just running a consistent maybe top 20. But then he'll get into the round of 8. Well, he'll get into the round of 8 by winning the Charlotte road course, which is controversial because that Charlotte road course, a lot of the NASCAR drivers know like the back of their hand as well. So like I know that people like Chase Elliott and Kyle Larson and stuff like that all love that little road course that they do at Charlotte. So,
Yeah.
but the way he's been on road courses this year, I think he'll definitely be fighting them to win that race.
Yeah, I just with that,
What?
it's so weird for me watching now and hearing because I love seeing SVG go good. But now I'm just saying, okay, Cam Waters, he's trying to get in a NASCAR. You can clearly see that. He's got the truck deals. He loves racing his sprint car. But, if NASCAR come knocking tomorrow, he's gone. Gone. And I don't blame him. That's what they
In
want.
a heartbeat.
So, is there someone in supercars now, maybe the two Red Bull guys, is there someone that could go and be as competitive as SVG in NASCAR, or would McLaughlin and SVG are above that talent pool? They're just freaks.
I believe SVG and Scotty were a step above what we've currently got in supercars.
Yeah.
And no disrespect to Brock Feeney or Will Brown, but I don't think, and even Cam Waters, I just don't think they're there. The years that they were running supercars, and it was probably the most competitive supercars that ever been, was when those two guys were around with Jamie Whincup.
I remember those. I feel like supercars were pretty hot then.
Like that was, and the thing with that was, like DJR had the backing of Team Penske as well, and it was really, like it was two heavy hitters going at it every weekend. And the thing was, they were in the Chev, DJR Team Penske, we were in the Ford. It was really Ford versus Chev, and I think Australians like to have that big rivalry of Chev versus like Holden versus Ford and stuff like that.
A thing that has killed it now. There is no Ford versus Holden real vibe anymore.
Every person I speak to, that's the first thing they say. It's not Holden versus Ford anymore. It's the same thing under the hood for both cars. So it's disappointing, but I think I don't know what supercars can do to get the series back up to the level it needs to be, but I think they're like SVG and Scotty are a step above what we've currently got. Yeah. And I think that's why you see the guys that are going over there struggle and not be as competitive as what we would hope they would be. Like even Jack Perkins, and I know he's not a full-time driver at the moment, he's just sort of a part-time co-driver sort of thing, but like he went over there and he qualified 5th, but then he just did nothing. Like I think he crashed out or something. So it's just, I don't think anyone's going to go over there and do as good as SVG or Scotty.
No.
And do you think SVG's impact on NASCAR, because it has been huge? Like, it's literally the road courses, all the commentators go, yeah, well, they're all racing for second. And don't get me wrong, Jeff Gordon used to be a freak at them too. But he was just an all-round talented driver. Now, if FGG picked up his oval course, we wouldn't even be talking about it. It just would be, he's an all-round great driver, but road courses he's an expert on. But now it's so light and day at the moment. Do you think his impact on what NASCAR's is would hinder and definitely stop a sprint car series ever getting a playoff series? Because let's look at Bill Baylog. He's been working really hard this year, but he's so good in Wisconsin, he just gets that one, and the rest of it he could make the B main every night. And I know he won't. Yeah. He's better than that, but I'm saying, like, you can literally go as a driver, take the green flag tonight. Well, I won back in June, bro. I'm sweet. Probably the championship.
Yeah. I think it's a rubbish move. NASCAR, I think it's terrible. What's the point of a playoffs? Like, what does it provide other than fans go, oh, well, doesn't matter if he wins this week because he's already in the playoffs. It doesn't matter if SVG wins his third road course of the year because he's in another playoffs.
It's no different to rugby league and AFL. They have finals. No one complains about that.
Well, in saying but that's... you get a win and you're in the playoffs, there's only if 4 more drivers get a win. That's not the case anymore.
So what happens then in that situation?
So if there's more than 16 drivers that have a win,
Yeah.
it then goes based off your points. Still.
So then it turns into the old series in a way.
It turns into your old series and it goes off that. So like you look at it at the moment, I've just quickly got it
But
up.
SVG's safe because he's won like 3, yeah? Pretty much.
Yeah, so
Yeah, and
SVG
all
at
road
the moment
courses.
is right up there, all
Mm.
road courses. But you've got the likes of Tyler Reddick sitting in 13th, Chris Buescher, Alex Bowman, and Bubba Wallace.
Yeah.
And
They haven't won yet.
I don't.
And Bubba can win a race.
Yes, he
Bubba
can.
can win a race. Alex Bowman can win a race. Tyler Reddick has been.
He's been close, man.
He's been close so many times. Like that's 3 people that are close to getting wins. You look under the playoff bubble, and you got the likes of Ricky Stenhouse who can win a race. Brad Keselowski, Austin Dillon. Like there is so many drivers that are below that sort of cutoff that are still possibly going to get a win. Even Kyle Busch.
Yeah, he can win
still hasn't got
tomorrow.
a win. So like it's like,
purely just for television, and it's
Yeah,
still
it's
as
drama.
much as we are saying it's not a good concept. If you're not a Kyle Larson fan and you're a Kyle Busch fan, you're watching every week to go, come on, Kyle, make the playoffs. You can still win the championship. You know, like, but it's back in the day, bro. Dale Earnhardt, David Gravel, let's use that. Like, yeah, we know he's going to probably win the series. We die hard watch because we love the results, love the sport. But it's not going to change the end result now. So, and I guess Speedway doesn't really have to worry about that. It's not televised. It's Dirt Vision. It's not like it's, you know, they're trying to keep their 1 million+ views each week and have a grand final and they go to sponsors and say, all right, you want the NASCAR grand final? Here's 500 million for the sponsorship. Where if it was the final round of NASCAR, it's like 10 million because
He's 500,000.
Earnhardt won it like fucking 12 weeks ago. Like,
Yeah.
so that's where it is. You can tell, but yeah, I don't know. I'm so on the fence. I get it. Me and the media, I see it from media side. It'd be great to post about it a lot more because people would be interested.
Mm.
But then me I know how hard all you guys go, like all the teams go through, and if you're the best, or you deserve to be it. So that's why F1 is still F1. Yeah, like the best win the championship every year. Not, oh, Max can have a week off for fucking 10 weeks and come back and go, well, I won in France. I'm back now. I'm ready to go. So big pod today, guys. A lot of drama at the start with Sydney, and that delayed it. And I love that we talked about the other motorsports. Normally, you know, we rush it at the end, but there's a lot to have off after 2 weeks. So, Binny, how do you think he went first episode? Old sausage fingers in the middle here.
Oh yeah, I've just been looking at is that an RC engine in the background?
Hey,
Is that an RC car?
where are you looking?
In the right here.
Down there?
What's that in the corner there? Looks like part of an RC car.
Oh, yeah, he's a RC little guru, aren't you? Aren't you an
It's
RC
like
led?
this.
Look at him.
Yeah, well,
the champ.
I was talking about it. Must be like on the next shelf up is like a suspension arm.
What's that? Oh, yeah, he's cut off
This
on
one?
the pod. Yeah, that one. Yeah.
That's the same thing, but truggy. So it's bigger.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
That's the one I won. I won my state title in that.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah. Had to squeeze that one in there.
Read all about it. Podcast guest, state champ RC car.
Wait, Code, what's in the background?
I went to the-
one, mate. Looks like a lot of chaos back there.
Yard glass.
Have you tidied up since the last pod?
I don't even know what's going on.
Into the BMX championships. And
Yeah,
that
I've
didn't
been
work
trying
out
to-
for
Yeah.
him.
Oh,
I'm in so much
can
pain.
we? Can I just? I touched on this with Code beforehand. I know we're trying to finish.
Yeah.
Can I teach you how to say some WA suburbs so these Easterners can stop butchering it?
Wangaratta.
Codeman.
You gotta take you've got to take your Western Sydney slang off of it.
Malaga.
Yeah, Wangaratta.
Wangaratta. Well, how do you
Just-
say it?
Wangaratta. Just Wangaratta.
Bro, I said it the exact same way. Wangaratta.
Nah.
I feel like you're trying to take
There
that
you go, now
Aussie-ness
you-
out of us.
Yeah, what are you
Nah.
trying to
Now
do?
I'm trying to take that Western Sydneyness out of you.
Wangaratta.
Whoa.
Wingaratta boy. Tuck that in there, you dog.
But I do agree with what you guys said about the whole Codeman thing. Someone just did that for a piss take.
100%. Cockburn.
You can't sit there and go, I'm going to name it what it is, and go, parents are going to have to tell their kids off every time they drive past
That'd
this sign.
just be like naming it penis breath, and it's, no, the S is silent. It's peneye breath. Like, turn it up. Binny, ready? Yeah, welcome to Wingaratta Radio. You ain't nothing but a liar. Oh. All right, that's done. Huge episode. Hopefully someone gets through all the 2 hours. And if you did, and you want to sponsor the pod, hit me up. Let's get it going. We need some sponsors on the pod. Tyrone, you got a rich dad. Hit him up, bro. Let's go. I don't know if you do. I'm just saying.
No. We need this one.
Oh, Valvoline. Yeah, okay, champion. All right, do I look like Max Dumpsy?
Yeah.
No, turn it up. Yeah.
Yeah, you just hit him up.
Hit him up.
Go on, Mac.
All right, that'll do. I've got some cool guests coming over the next week. I'm not going to say them because I want to make sure we lock them in case I've got to go back to hospital. It's all good. But, yeah, big episodes coming up over the next few weeks. And let's see what's happening in Sydney. Hope it all goes well.
Deuces.